Again, it's Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery in the backyard with a 10 by 20 inch canvas that I put down a base background of yesterday, and you're looking at my pretend palm tree without a stem, without anything actually yet. And I've gathered together a bunch of colors that should indicate foliage, and wonder what's under that edge catcher because everything's falling over. I'm going to swivel this around. And I am going to move that up, and I'm going to look for a moment at my pictures and then leave them for you. Not that you can actually see them, I'm not sure about that. I'm going to grab a little bit more of some other green colors and hope that I can get away with this, and my intention is to use a skewer to do a bunch of things. But in the meantime, I think I'm just going to start. And I actually managed to get that on there without screwing it up too bad. And I want some other colors. I didn't want that. I'm going to try and remember to put a shadow in, and if I don't, I will at some point in time. Remember, the base on these, when they've been blowing in the hurricanes long enough, in vulnerable spots, the bases of them get to be pretty wide. And I'm going to have to put my shadow in after, assuming that I'm going to even put it in at all. I know they have some stripes in them, but I don't think I can. I think it has to be kind of surreal. And I'm just so nervous about this. Don't ask me why. Maybe because it's my first, and I'm doing it on camera. Although I don't have to show you if it really stinks. So I'm going to go ahead and give myself a bunch of colors. And try and catch the drips this time. And what else have I got for a color I want to use? I want to use that color. And then I'm expecting to create some shadows in there. Now I have palm trees in my front yard, so I really shouldn't need pictures. I'm sure I could use the fatter end of this skewer. Well, sure of anything at this point is not necessarily true of what I'm feeling, so I'm going to use the fatter end and see if I can lead a little more paint out there. And then pick up a little more still. Maybe, I'm not hating that. So it's a surreal tree. It's not that bad yet. She said hopefully. Very, very hopefully. And I'll decide if I need some more colors in there. It's a warm day here, so I have to figure that it's important to operate kind of quick. And I think I'd like to put a little bit of darker color in the center. and use some of this darker color here. How about just putting some darker color in there? It's a psychedelic palm tree. I'm kind of figuring the purple is going to make shadows. Got to be a little careful of my marks. I definitely wanted more over here. I'm not sure I'm as fond of the blunt end of the skewer for dragging out my little leaf shapes, but overall I'm not that unhappy with this. So we're not gonna run out of time. This is gonna be really quick unless I want to do something else to this, and I don't actually want to do anything else to this right now, except for maybe remove some of that extra purple color from the trunk of the tree and replace it with something a little darker. Maybe I can pick up some of that color in there. And fake my way out of this. It's a little scraggly, but it still looks like a palm tree. So I'm not complaining for my first try. I'm sure there's more organized flora than this right now. So what should I drop in the center of that? Anything? I kind of like the idea of the lighter green, and I didn't put any of the lightest green in there. That was a risk. I think I can do it first, pull it out, and then pull the center section down through. I'm not hating that. That's good. I do want to steal a little bit more of that paint. Bring it down here. One tree! It took 20 minutes to make one tree! Hey, it's our first time. What can I say? Some of you are watching me for the entertainment value. Hope you get some out of this. So that's kind of cool, actually. I'm not really complaining much. I'm going to grab some of the paint in the center there. And I'm going to call that pretty good. So, other than those two little marks, which I don't know where came from, but are washing off with my spit. This is Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery saying, I need to fix those places in the sky. So pardon me while I do that, and you can watch. I'll show that to you. I don't think it's too bad. Oh, I didn't put the shadow in. The question is, where do I want the shadow? Let's just do it. I'm not sure if I can just leave that round like that or not, but it still looks like a shadow, and other things, unmentionable things. Cover the children's eyes. I am trying to restrain what's going through my head right now while I look at that shadow. I'm so sorry. If I had a darker gold, the gnats are excited. Let's just keep going toward the ocean. I don't know what makes me think there would be a shadow in the ocean, but there'd at least be a shadow in the shallows. So that's a little better than it was, I guess. And there was a little more work time left to play with the palm fronds. Although I kind of think I need another one. Yep, right there. So I'm just using my skewer. Drop some paint on. Hope I don't screw this up. Because it was okay before I did that. No, I'm still okay. I just felt like I leaned in something. So push your envelope, Priscilla. Just dragging little tendrils out. If I had my little pan of colors, multiple colors, I would just use them like a palette. Alright, I'm not hating on that, so I'm going to try and be good now and stop before I do anything. I get something stuck to my bottom. Doesn't belong there from my hands. And maybe I'll do what I said I was going to do, which is to try and resolve some of these issues up here. Where's my turquoise? It's a Bahama blue, actually. Just going to cover that little bit of edge, ever so gently pulling it back into the picture. It's like there was stuff in the wind yesterday and it's so I'm going to cover over my edges. And drag very gently and tap, trying to feather the edges in, because I really don't want to have to use a frame on this, but it still might be the case. And every time I put something over the edge, I'm going to tap it on the other edge. And this is really the worst one over here, except for that one spot right there, which hopefully I can do something about left-handed. This is just distract the eye tactics. And that's an iridescent pink that was from Masterminds, but you can make iridescent from iridescent medium like Golden's Pearl. Excuse me, Golden's Pearl? Golden's Pearl. Golden's Pearl Fine iridescent medium, which is pretty expensive, and I've heard that Sargent's is not as expensive, and I just tried it for the first time today. So I'm actually liking the way that looks a little better. I've got a little bit of what looks to be canvas showing through the top, and I'm going to do the same thing right up there. So I should tell you guys, like I always do, could you give me a thumbs up? And if you watch the videos longer, you help me stay at YouTube, because the YouTube algorithm only knows that you watch longer or less time. So if you watch longer, I got a better shot at being placed where more people can find me, which would be really good, because although there are 85,500 subscribers on this day, no more than a few hundred of you at a time ever watch a video. I am thinking about diminished capacity. I'm thinking about just going to one video a day at midnight, but I'm afraid that what I have for an income will completely entirely disappear at that point, which I can't really afford. So I'm not sure how to go from here to there. I may have to try it anyway. So I am just using my fingers. This might be another couple days before I get this exactly right. But if the edges aren't completely void of paint, that would be my best case scenario. And so for right now, I'm not unhappy with that particularly. And I can continue to work on my edges, and you don't need to watch that. I'm just adding little stripes of paint and pulling them over into the picture, and that seems to make me feel better. So if you're looking for a Facebook group for fluid acrylics pouring people or abstract expressionism, you can find my group, Expressionist Art Studio Gallery Appreciation Group. It's for students. Expressionist Art Studio Fans and Collectors is for those of you who might want to see what photos from YouTube videos I have edited and have left there, both the wet and dry versions, and albums on that particular page, but you have to belong, so you'll wind up joining. I have created playlists that there are 11 of them, 10 with 100 and one that's being populated, and the rest, the other 13 are genres like scapes and orbs and geometrics, and you name it, it's there pretty much. There's about to be a new one called stripes. There's one with enamels. There's one with alternative paint methods. So under the video you're going to find Teespring clothing, and if you go to my channel header you'll find the community page where tomorrow's videos are usually announced, and also my store. It's another link to the Teespring store. And did I say under the video there's there's Pinterest, Instagram, and Twitter? I don't know. It all blends together after a while. You can find my paint pouring recipe under there if you want to help me out. And it's not by contributing $10 a month and getting yourself into the monthly drawing, which will have multiple paintings to choose from by whoever is the person who's chosen in that drawing. Just lost my way. I asked for thumbs up. I appreciate your comments and I appreciate your contributions all this time. You've kept my morale up, and you've kept me wanting to bring things to you. You guys inspire the heck out of me. Thank you so much for that. And thank you for keeping me painting so long. If you look for PayPal or Patreon icons on my channel header or the links below the video, that's the best way to contribute. As soon as you do, I will get right back to you with a receipt and showing you whatever the prizes are for that particular month. I hope you like my palm tree. Hey, it's my first try, and I kind of like it. So thank you for being here. This is Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery at the end of the longest part 2, just adding one tree ever. But the painting looks a little bit more cohesive. It looks a little more finished now than it did before. And I love you guys. All of you. All 85,570 at the moment, and whoever's coming too. Bye for now. Priscilla out. I will see you anon. Take care.